chosen ones and believers. There comes a moment in your life when you sense that something is shifting, not outside of you but deep within you, as if heaven itself is trying to whisper, "Prepare yourself, because it's time." And if you've clicked on this video, it's no accident. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment. You see, for so long you've been in the waiting room of life, praying, fasting, hoping, sacrificing, doing everything right, but still watching others get blessed while you remain stuck in the same old cycle. You've carried the weight of responsibility, you've endured quiet battles, you've given in secret, helped others while being broken yourself, smiled through the pain, and walked through fire without even telling anyone how badly it burned. But now, something deep in your spirit is telling you, it's your turn. And you're not wrong. Because what you didn't know is that while you were praying, while you were crying yourself to sleep, while you were holding on to God when nothing made sense, He assigned an angel to your name. Not just any angel, but one carrying the specific instructions to release your wealth, your breakthrough, your restoration. And I'm not just talking about money, I'm talking about divine provision, open doors, destiny connections, healing, honor, clarity, and peace that money can't even buy. The Bible tells us in Daniel 10 that when Daniel prayed, the answer was sent on the first day, but it took 21 days to arrive because the angel carrying it was being resisted in the spiritual realm. And right now, some of you are in your 21st day moment, the moment where delay is breaking, and delivery is happening. You're not forgotten. You're not being punished. You're being processed. Because God doesn't want to just bless you, He wants to build you to handle the blessing. And every test you've faced, every storm you've survived, every rejection you've endured has prepared you for this next release. There's an angel with your name on it, assigned to your zip code, moving into position, clearing blockages, and commanding things in the spirit that will soon show up in the natural. That's why the attacks have intensified. That's why your sleep has been restless. That's why certain people started turning on you or leaving without explanation. Because the realm of darkness senses the shift, and they know you are about to enter a territory they can't access. You've been marked. You've been chosen. And yes, you've been tried by fire, but not to burn you, but to reveal the gold inside of you. Just like in Genesis 22, when Abraham climbed the mountain to obey God's test, he had no idea that provision was already on the other side. The ram in the bush wasn't coming, it was already there. And maybe that's your message today. What you're asking God for isn't coming, it's already prepared. The angel is simply on assignment to release it at the appointed time. And you're walking into that time right now. But here's the truth, some of you can't see the blessing because you're still carrying the burden. You've been so used to struggle that you don't even know how to receive in ease. You've been surviving for so long, you forgot how to thrive. And today, this message is waking something up in you, not hype, not fantasy, but faith. Because faith is the substance of things hoped for, and hope is rising in you again, isn't it? You feel it. That nudge. That stirring. That divine awareness that something is about to break open in your life. Not because you earned it. Not because you're perfect. But because God is faithful. And He's a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. Every time you stayed pure when temptation was knocking, every time you gave when you had little, every time you prayed even when your heart was breaking, you built a record in heaven. And God doesn't forget faithfulness. There's an angel assigned to honor it. And today, this message is not just encouragement, it's a confirmation. You're not crazy for believing. You're not foolish for trusting. Because the same God who raised Joseph from the prison to the palace, the same God who brought manna from heaven, the same God who sent ravens to feed Elijah in the wilderness, the same God who multiplied the oil of the widow in 2 Kings 4, that same God is about to release provision through a source you didn't expect. An email, a phone call, a connection, an idea, a yes where there was once a no, a reversal of what seemed final. But you must be in position to receive it. That means no more doubting. No more entertaining fear. No more rehearsing your past. You've come too far to turn around now. This is not the season to question your worth. This is the season to walk boldly in your inheritance. Because you were never meant to be ordinary. You were never created to just survive. There's a reason you've felt different your whole life. You've been chosen to be a channel through which heaven flows into the earth. And it's not just about money, it's about mission. You have people to bless, lives to impact, generations to heal. And that's why your blessing is bigger than you. That's why it's been delayed, it wasn't ready yet. But now it is. And so are you. Because the pain didn't break you, it built you. And the enemy knows it. That's why the warfare is personal. That's why the pressure has been intense. That's why you've faced betrayal, confusion, and spiritual heaviness. But guess what? You're still standing. You're still here. And that's the proof, you're next. Your wealth is not just about what's coming to you, but what's about to be released through you. A new level of joy. A new level of freedom. A new level of stewardship. A new level of understanding. And in this next move, you won't have to force anything. You won't have to chase. You won't have to beg. The blessings will locate you, because you are in divine alignment. But stay ready. Stay obedient. Stay pure in heart. Because the angel assigned to you is waiting for your readiness, not your perfection. And you're more ready than you realize. Don't give up now. Don't get distracted. Don't settle. You're being positioned for release. And in part 2 of this message, we'll go even deeper into how to activate the flow, what to avoid that can block the release, and how to spiritually align with this divine visitation, because you don't want to miss what heaven is about to drop in your life. Stay with me, because the next shift is yours. So now that the angel has been assigned and your spirit has been stirred, let me tell you something that most people miss. Wealth isn't always delayed because of demonic resistance, sometimes it's delayed because of spiritual misalignment. You can have the favor of heaven, the assignment of angels, but if you're standing in the wrong posture, spiritually distracted, emotionally cluttered, or mentally double-minded, you can delay what was already marked for immediate release. That's why God doesn't just send an angel with provision, He sends messages before the release to reposition your heart. The wealth God wants to give you requires responsibility. You're not being blessed just to buy things, you're being blessed to build things. Kingdom things. Healing things. Generational things. That's why your wilderness season was necessary. God was stripping you of idols, shaking you out of codependency, and teaching you how to stand alone, because the kind of favor that's coming to you will isolate you. When the wealth hits your life, you'll see people change. You'll see silent enemies. You'll feel spiritual warfare intensify. That's why this angel wasn't just assigned to bring provision, it was assigned to guard your blessing. And God is trusting you to not sabotage what He's about to release. That means no more giving access to people who drain your discernment. No more watering down your calling to fit in with circles that weren't meant to hold your oil. You must protect what's coming by preparing who you're becoming. This is the moment to clean your atmosphere, detox your circle, and silence the noise, because when God speaks, distractions can distort the instruction. And this instruction is life-changing. God is about to give you insight that creates overflow. He's about to download blueprints that create breakthrough. And it won't just be miracle money, it will be maintainable wealth. Not lottery blessing. Not temporary increase. But legacy-level abundance that blesses your children's children. But here's the truth, if you still carry a poverty mindset, you will mishandle a kingdom blessing. You can't expect to receive wealth and still think like a survivor. You must think like a steward. Because this wealth isn't about flexing, it's about freeing others. It's about being a distribution center for God's goodness. It's about giving without fear and sowing without second-guessing. And that's why this message found you today, not to entertain you, but to anoint you. Because your name is next in line. That's why hell has been loud. That's why you've been under fire. Because the enemy sees what you're carrying. And he knows, one divine release, and everything changes. Your house changes. Your mindset changes. Your bloodline changes. That's why you've been attacked in your finances, your relationships, your health, because the moment you walk in overflow, you become a threat to darkness. But here's what heaven is saying, it's too late. The assignment has already been given. The angel has already been dispatched. Your name is already in motion. And now, your only job is to stay in position. Keep your heart pure. Keep your hands open. Keep your mouth speaking faith. Because the blessing isn't looking for noise, it's looking for alignment. Don't complain. Don't compare. Don't compete. Just receive. Because what's coming won't make sense. It will happen fast. It will feel sudden. But it was always scheduled. God didn't forget you. He preserved you. And now that the angel is near, prepare your altar. Make room. Clear space. Because what you prayed for is knocking. And when it shows up, you won't even have to open the door, it will break through it. This is your confirmation. This is your release. And it's personal. It's spiritual. It's prophetic. But it's also practical. Pay attention to your dreams. Stay sensitive to your spirit. Be ready to say yes quickly, because the opportunity may not look like what you imagined. It might be hidden in a seed. It might be wrapped in obedience. It might come from someone you almost ignored. But whatever you do, don't miss it. Because this isn't just about a breakthrough, it's about a new dimension. A realm of wealth where you don't just survive, you fund movements, you sponsor healing, you build altars, you free people, and you honor God through your overflow. The enemy hoped your delay would make you bitter, but instead, it made you better. Stronger. Wiser. And now you're ready. You're not broken, you're positioned. You're not overlooked, you're next. You're not behind, you're in perfect alignment. And if you feel this word in your spirit, if you know this message is yours, then don't just watch it, sow into it. Declare it with your action. Mark it with your faith. Drop a comment like "I receive my divine release" and let the spirit realm know you're in agreement. And if God leads you, plant a seed, not for me, but as a prophetic act to say, "I'm ready. I believe. I trust." Because the moment you take one step in faith, the angel moves with acceleration. This is not hype. This is heaven's strategy. And I speak over you right now, doors are opening. Favor is being multiplied. Divine wealth is being unlocked. And everything that was delayed is now being delivered. You're next. You're marked. And your angel has arrived.